Welcome back to Hypnosis Today, where we explore how people are using hypnosis to achieve remarkable things. If you've just joined us, I have as my very special guest, Joe Tabbanella. Now, Joe graduated with honors from HMI's College of Hypnotherapy, and today he's going to teach us the science of luck, how you can teach your clients how they can change their minds to change their luck. Now, Joe, this is kind of an unusual subject. Where did you even find research, real research on that?
Well, there's a psychologist by the name of Richard Weissman, and he belongs to the Committee of the Scientific Investigation of Claims. Claims is the important word of the paranormal. So they're a skeptic group, and the group investigates claims of the paranormal. And what they did is investigate luck in order to take it out of the realm of mysticism and superstition, and see if there's any logic and reason behind it.
So did they interview people who were lucky and unlucky?
Exactly. They did 10-year research that was published in the Skeptical Inquirer in 2005. And it's really cool. They took exactly what you said. They took a bunch of lucky people and a bunch of unlucky people, and they put them through a bunch of tests. And what they found is that lucky people had 4 common denominators.
Take us through. What are the common denominators of lucky people?
Okay, the first
We don't want to
thing-
know about the unlucky people.
No, we don't want to know about them. They actually, whenever I say about the lucky people, it's the opposite.
Gotcha.
So the first thing is the lucky people had the ability to recognize and or create positive chance opportunities.
Put that into English, and how
Okay.
do you study that?
All right, what they did was they gave newspapers to lucky people and unlucky people. Newspapers had the same newspapers for both of them. And they told them, count how many pictures are in the newspapers. So they counted them. The unlucky people took them 3 to 4 minutes to count how many pictures were in it. The lucky people counted them in seconds. Do you know why?
No.
Because on the second page, it said, stop counting, there are 43 pictures in this newspaper.
How come the lucky people could see it?
Because they're able to notice and spot chance opportunities. They weren't so rigid and focused on counting the 43 pictures. They were able to go, oh, what's that? Oh, I'm done. 43 pictures here.
Wow.
Yeah.
How
And that applies to life in a way.
give us an example.
Okay. An example would be, let's say you want a relationship and you find out there's a party and you're a girl or guy, so I'm going to go to this party and I'm going to find a relationship. And on the way there, you stop and get wine. And at the liquor store, this person next to you, and they're charming and they're friendly, and lucky person would go, oh, what is your name? And start talking to them. The unlucky person would go, now I got to get to this party. I like them, they're cool, but I need to get to this party because that's where my date is. That's my significant other, that's my love.
Yeah.
That's Mr. Right, or Mrs. Right, depending. So that's how that works in life.
So there's a little bit of flexibility with being able to recognize opportunities and then be flexible enough to act on them.
Exactly, and they seem to be more relaxed when making decisions, which leads into number 2.
Go ahead.
Which is making lucky decisions based on their intuition. And it's funny to hear psychologists and skeptics talk about intuition, but it's real. It's the communication of the subconscious mind saying, hey, I know a little bit more than you. There's something over here you should investigate. And that's number 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 3?
Number 3 would be self-fulfilling prophecies based on positive expectations.
Give
Yeah.
me a little bit more explanation of what that means.
Well, it's kind of like it's recognizing that certainty and knowing where you're going in life, having an idea of where you're going and have a positive expectation of it is actually a good thing. And in certain groups, in socioeconomic groups, we're taught that doubt is important. Confidence, not only will no one like you if you have too much confidence, but confidence is a sure way to be disappointed in life. And scientifically, that's not the case. The case is that you should know where you're going, you should have positive expectations of where you're going, and you should have a good feel of where you're going.
What's the 4th thing?
The 4th thing is resilience.
Well, that's my favorite word in the dictionary is resilience.
Yes, it reminds me
How does
of
it
you.
work in luck?
Resilience to bad luck and changing bad luck into good luck. And what they did was they actually asked the good luck people and bad luck people, if you're in a bank and it got held up and you got shot in the arm, would that be good luck or bad luck? Good luck or bad luck? Well, the bad luck people said, no, I'd, ruin a day's work, I'd be shot in the arm, I'd have to go to a doctor bills. The good luck people said, well, I didn't get shot in the head. I could sell my story to the paper. And so what we found there is that it's kind of like the glass is half full thing. They really see an opportunity in bad luck that they probably don't even call bad luck, just an opportunity.
Are you telling me that optimism's like a good luck charm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that, even though they would get angry at you because you use the word charm.
That's right.
That's what they're trying to debunk, charms.
How do you translate this information, this research, and you know that I always say that research is my co-therapist.
Right.
How do you translate that into a hypnotherapy practice practically in your office?
Okay, well, the first thing I do is, especially when dealing with people who are logic-minded people that come in and they're pessimistic and they're trying to be realistic because they have doubts and concerns, and well, this is real. You show them that scientifically there's no reason to be doubtful. There's no reason to be stressed out. There's no reason to not be sure about your future. And those are the very same people that will respond to a scientific investigation or a study.
Well,
This is a 10-year study.
that we just treated 12%. Tell me about the 88%.
Okay. Well, the 88%, we all know that the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. So in a deep hypnotic trance, you imagine your outcome in a very relaxed way, a post-suggestion that whatever you're doing, you're going to see opportunities. You're going to do it in a very relaxed way. You're going to move towards it, and that creates all of the above. It creates a sense of certainty, optimism, with a self-fulfilling prophecy, because you've seen yourself there. It creates creates the ability to listen to your intuition and relax, because you're seeing it, and the post-hypnotic suggestion to be calm and relax as you approach your goal is there.
Yes.
It creates resilience because you know where you're going, so it's just steps along the way.
I like it.
Yeah.
But getting even more specific, how can we turn our subconscious mind into a manifestation machine? One of the hottest topics out there is the law of attraction that feeds right into luck. How many times have you heard a client say, well, I can't catch a lucky break? Everybody else around me did, but I didn't.
Well,
Talk to me about it practically.
Okay, practically, as long as there is fertile ground, meaning...
What do you mean?
Meaning that as long as you're not moving away from fear or moving towards greed, which stops you from listening to your intuition, because you're wrapped up in your mind and your fear, and you're not relaxed, you're not noticing chance encounters. As long as that is clear, you create a picture in your mind that creates a feeling in your body, and that feeling you have that is directly related to that picture, you can now drop the picture and let it go, as they say. And that feeling is a communication to the subconscious, and your intuition is your subconscious communicating back. So it becomes a liaison. So it becomes like a GPS signal, providing this fertile ground.
So, you just used a very interesting turn of a phrase, going towards something, not away from something, and not towards greed. There's people who have, I call it bag lady syndrome. They're running away from being poor. Is that running away instead of running towards?
Yes. Someone like Viktor Frankl proved that even in a concentration camp, you can't feel captive. No one can make you feel imprisoned. Only you can. And once you desensitize that, and there's no more concern about what you're running from, then you're free to move towards.
Yes.
But if that towards is greed, it's another side of the coin of running from, because it's still based on fear.
So greed is based on fear. That does make sense.
Yeah.
So can you give me an example about how you've used this in your life?
I haven't used it at all. I'm just kidding. Well, what actually started my study was when I was 19, I needed $5,000, and I basically unconsciously applied these principles and won $5,000. And I noticed the day I won it, my state was directly related to the actions I took that won it. So I said, well, can I reverse engineer this? Being science-minded, I started looking at the nature of what happened, and I spent 25 years investigating it. And
Boy, Joe, it was sure lucky you came across that article.
it was nice to see somebody's, looking into this in a scientific way, because you do create your life, you do have choices, and now we have scientific reasons. It takes it out of the realm of, some mystical hope.
Yes,
or being good or bad.
Or magical thinking,
Yeah.
because we have some science behind it.
Right.
I want to get back to feeling, intuition, feeling. When someone has a feeling and yet they're overcome with, well, I shouldn't even wish for that. That wouldn't be for me. Why do I deserve that? should we just move away from that goal?
I'm sorry, can you rephrase that question?
Yes. So if someone says that he or she would like to double his or her income,
Right.
and then looks at you and says, but my gosh, why, with everything going on in the world, why would I deserve that? So the feeling is bad,
Right.
not good.
Well, that's a whole nother subject of dealing with belief systems and dealing with why they feel they don't believe it. And that's what I was talking about in fertile ground. There's fears that are encompassing that, and ideas and beliefs that need to be addressed before we plant the seeds. This is why when people talk about the law of attraction,
Yes.
sometimes it feels like it really works like that. And other times they just can't seem to make things happen.
Yes.
It's because when it really happens like that, it's because there's fertile ground and you have the elements that we spoke about in place.
Yes.
But when there are fears, there are beliefs, there are ideas that we work on in all different types of therapy, and you start to watch them fall.
Yes.
You know, and it's just like Santa Claus. Once you recognize that that's not possible, the belief falls. You don't still wait for Santa Claus to come down the chimney.
Yes.
And it's the same with anything else. Once you realize that your lack of, your ability to deserve something is your nature,
Yes.
everything else falls to the wayside.
So we begin to release those old beliefs
Right.
to embrace the new ones.
Right.
Now we've created fertile ground.
Right. Great fertile ground.
Joe,
Chauncey Gardner, Felix Chauncey Gardner.
That's
Fertile
right.
ground. Clear up the weeds.
I love the science of luck. I really do.
Huh?
I know, but it appears that our time is up for today.
Okay.
I want to thank my guest, Joe Tabbanella, and everybody here is going to want to learn more about not only the science of luck, but how we can change our minds to change our luck, and then how we can teach that to our clients. And I know that everyone can reach you, Joe Tabbanella, on hmigrads.com. I want to thank you so much for coming in and teaching us this very important research. I want to thank everybody in the studio audience and everyone at home for watching the show. My name is Lisa Machenberg, and I hope you'll join us next time when we meet more people and explore how they are using hypnosis today. Please stay tuned. We have a lot more coming up for you on HMI Web TV. That's Hypnotherapy Television, 24/7.
By the name of Richard Weissman, and he belongs to the Committee of the Scientific Investigation of Claims. Claims is the important word of the paranormal. So they're a skeptic group, and the group investigates claims of the paranormal. And what they did is investigate luck in order to take it out of the realm of mysticism and superstition, and see if there's any logic and reason behind it.
So did they interview people who were lucky and unlucky?
Exactly. They did 10-year research that was published in
Hello, and you're going to teach us the science of luck. How you can teach your clients how they can change their minds to change their luck. Now, Joe, this is kind of an unusual subject. Where did you even find research, real research on this?
Well, there's a psychologist.
Welcome back to Hypnosis Today, where we explore how people are using hypnosis to achieve remarkable things. If you've just joined us, I have as my very special guest, Joe Tabbanella. Now, Joe graduated with honors from HMI's College of Hypnotherapy, and today he's